TZ1 calf mobility matrix, common wedge position with a frontal plane driver from the bottom up. We're going to use a frontal plane or pendulum swing progression starting in the frontal plane as a way to feed in with a step, a single leg toe touchdown. The right foot will be going straight ahead. We're in a very inverted position when we come in contact with the wedge, which will allow us to create more eversion while still staying in an inverted position. So with the right foot stepping up and onto the wedge, we have the arms in the frontal plane side to side, like the arm of a clock. We'll swing high to low from the right to the left, taking the right knee and leg with us. And then we have a transverse plane pendulum swing driver. Right leg steps straight ahead, left heel comes off the ground, arms will rotate, swing, and pivot in sync to the opposite side with that single leg toe touchdown stepping strategy. We're going to use a type 1 in sync driver. Right arm's going to rotate and reach to the left. Left arm's going to reach overhead and to the right. We have a uncommon pendulum swing, which is a wood chop. Overhead right shoulder, down and back to the left. With our stepping strategy. Anterior lateral stepping strategy, pattern progression with a common frontal plane, bottom up wedge driver. A TZ1 mobility pattern and strategy in which we're taking an anterior lateral step with a pendulum swing. So we're creating some good opposite side glide and slide to create then therefore some more opposite glide, slide, and rotation in the opposite direction. So very inverted is the wedge. We'll be inverted when we come in contact with the wedge, and because of our pendulum swing, we'll be getting some eversion of the right foot and ankle. Left heel comes off the ground, arms, pendulum swing, move side to side. And then we use the transverse plane. From the top down, arms will rotate, pivot, and swing to the left. We will then use a type 1 thoracic spine in sync matrix. Right arm rotates to the left. Left arm reaches overhead to the right. And we'll use an uncommon pendulum swing, opposite shoulder to opposite hip. So opposite side and in sync is the wood chop. The right knee, foot, and ankle get drugged with us and react accordingly from the wedge and the top down driver. Anterior medial stepping strategy with our TZ1 calf and posterior leg mobility matrix. We have pendulum swings. We have a feed out strategy in which we're after creating eversion of the right rear foot. We land very inverted because of the angulation of the wedge down and away from the right foot, which is our reference point. It is to assist us, and with this crossover anterior medial single leg toe touchdown, to use the hips and the lower extremity with the arms as a driver and creating more eversion. Arms will swing down on an angle to the left in the frontal plane. Now we have transverse plane. Arms are together, they twist, we sink down and into that wedge. Arms will rotate, twist, and pivot around and to the left, in sync, or to the opposite side. We then, with that toe touchdown, have a little type 1 in sync. Type 1 in sync. Right arm rotates to the left. Left arm reaches overhead to the right. We have an uncommon pendulum swing. Opposite shoulder down to the opposite hip, contralateral, with our wood chop, high to low.